Charles Darwin proposed that all species of life have descended from a common ancestor. He said that each species has its own unique set of heritable differences from the common ancestor, which have accumulated gradually over very long time periods. Charles Darwin was born in Shrewsbury, Shropshire, on February 12, 1809, at his family's home, the Mount. He was the fifth of 6 children of Robert Darwin and Susanna Darwin. He came from a wealthy family of doctors and financiers. Charles Darwin proposed that all species of life have descended from a common ancestor. He said that each species has its own unique set of heritable differences from the common ancestor, which have accumulated gradually over very long time periods. This evolution occurred through natural selection, where organisms evolved to adapt to their environment and survive to reproduce. Natural selection may occur for the following reasons. A. Overproduction and variation. Some species procedure many offspring, but not all of these young will survive. It means that not all of the offspring do not have the characteristics to survive in the environment. B. Competition and selection. Competition may or may not be direct, but the idea is always on survival of organism. C. Environmental change. The environment will not adjust for the organism, but rather it is always the organism that will change to adapt the environment. Because of his discovery upon his travel, and his revolutionary ideas challenged prevailing scientific and religious belief of that time. Before Darwin, the idea was rooted from natural theology, which suggests that life before was created by God. His contributions disrupted 3 notions in which are evolution by natural selection, as Darwin suggested, is a mechanism through which organisms evolve over time, especially those with beneficial features to survive, reproduce, and passing those traits to their offspring. Descent with modification. This suggests that all organisms share a common ancestry with branching process of descent, with species diversify into new forms. Fossil evidence. On his voyage, he collected numerous fossils and observed it. It provided evidence that of past life forms which no longer existed. This gave the idea that there is transformation of species throughout its existence. Biogeography. When he studied different regions in Galapagos Islands, he noticed that similar species on nearby islands have slight variations, which he attributed to the influence of environmental conditions, variation, and adaptations. He also recognized the importance of variation within populations and how it could lead to adaptation. With his work with breeding pigeons and observations of finches on the Galapagos Islands, contributed to his understanding of how traits can be modified over time. To sum this up, Charles Darwin's expedition to the Galapagos Islands in the 1830s became a very important moment in the history of science. His observations of fossils, diverse species, and their adaptations on the island sparked the development of the groundbreaking theory of evolution by natural selection, descent with modification, fossil evidence, biogeography, and the importance of variation and adaptation within populations. That being said, his work continues to shape our understanding of the natural world and the processes that drive the diversity of life on Earth.